Betrayal never comes announced. It doesn't knock on your door and introduce itself. It sneaks in, disguised as loyalty, friendship, or love, until the moment it strikes. But here's the truth. No betrayal happens without warning signs. There are always clues, always shifts in behavior that reveal someone's true intentions. If you know what to look for, imagine walking into a room where the air feels different. You can't quite explain it, but something feels off. That's exactly how betrayal works. Your instincts pick up on it before your mind fully understands what's happening. Or think of a spider spinning its web. The prey walks freely, unaware of the trap. It feels safe, until the moment the web tightens and the spider strikes. Or imagine a small crack in a dam. It seems harmless at first, barely noticeable. But with time, pressure builds, and when it finally gives way, the destruction is unstoppable. That's how betrayal works. It builds quietly, testing boundaries while you remain unaware. And when the moment comes, the betrayer acts as if nothing happened, as if their actions were justified all along. But here's the good news. Betrayal is never as unpredictable as it seems. The signs are always there. You just need to recognize them before it's too late. What if you could recognize these signs early? What if you could see betrayal forming before it happens? That's what today's video is about. Stay until the end, because once you understand these warning signs, you'll never look at people the same way again. Sign 1. They suddenly act overly nice. There's nothing wrong with kindness, but when someone suddenly becomes extra friendly without reason, it's worth questioning. Maybe they're suddenly complimenting you more than usual. Maybe they go out of their way to help, but something feels forced. Why does this happen? Because betrayers feel guilt before they strike. They overcompensate with fake kindness, either to ease their own conscience or to lower your guard. Example. A man named Daniel worked with a colleague who was always competitive with him. Suddenly this colleague became overly helpful, bringing him coffee, praising his work, and always agreeing with him. Daniel thought it was strange, but he ignored it. A few weeks later, the same colleague took credit for his work and got promoted. The fake kindness? It was just a setup. How to handle it? Trust your gut. If someone's kindness feels forced, pay attention. Look for patterns. Real kindness is consistent. Fake kindness is temporary. Stay neutral. Don't reject their kindness, but don't drop your guard either. Sign 2. They start asking unusual questions. Have you ever had someone take sudden interest in your personal life? They ask about your future plans, financial situation, or weaknesses, but rarely share anything about themselves. This isn't just curiosity, it's information gathering. A betrayer needs leverage before they strike. They need to know where your weak points are, so when the time comes, they can use them against you. Example. Sarah had a co-worker who was never particularly close to her. But one day this person started asking about her job satisfaction, future plans, and struggles. She thought they were just being friendly, until she found out they had been spreading false rumors, twisting her words to make her look unreliable. The lesson? Some people don't listen to understand. They listen to use. How to handle it? Be selective with information. Not everyone needs to know your plans. Observe their patterns. Do they share about themselves, or is the conversation always about you? Keep your cards close. The less ammunition you give, the less power they have. By the way, if you're finding this insight valuable, take a second to subscribe. I break down powerful lessons like this to help you navigate life with wisdom and awareness. Plus, it helps the channel grow so we can keep bringing you more content like this. All right, let's get back to it. Sign 3. They change their behavior without explanation. People don't suddenly change for no reason. If someone who was once close to you becomes distant without explanation, something is happening behind the scenes. Maybe they stop replying to your messages. Maybe they cancel plans last minute. Maybe their tone becomes colder. When asked, they say, "Nothing's wrong," but their actions say otherwise. Why does this happen? Because betrayal doesn't start in the moment. It starts in the mind. Before someone actively betrays you, they emotionally detach from you first. Example: Emily had a best friend she trusted completely. One day her friend became distant, less available, less engaged, less interested. Emily asked what was wrong, but her friend brushed it off. Weeks later, she found out her friend had been turning others against her the whole time. The distancing? It was the first step of betrayal. How to handle it? Watch their actions, not their words. People lie, behavior doesn't. Don't chase explanations. If they wanted you to know, they'd tell you. Prepare yourself emotionally. Don't wait for betrayal to hit. Start protecting yourself now. Sign 4. They suddenly align with your rivals. If someone who was once on your side suddenly starts forming alliances with people who don't like you, be cautious. Loyalty doesn't shift without a reason. If someone is cozying up to those who have opposed you, it's often because they're preparing to switch sides. Example: Alex worked closely with a colleague he considered a friend. But suddenly, his friend started spending time with his rivals, defending their ideas, aligning with them in meetings, and distancing from Alex. A few weeks later, this friend went behind his back and sided with his competition. How to handle it? Don't ignore the signs. If someone's loyalty is shifting, pay attention. Don't confront too soon. Let their actions reveal their full intentions first. Protect yourself. Betrayal often starts long before the final move. Sign 5. They subtly undermine you in public. It doesn't start with an attack. It starts with little jabs disguised as jokes. "Oh, wow. Look who's trying to be a leader today. That's a bold idea. Let's hope it works." At first, you brush it off, but over time you realize it's always you they're making fun of. Example: Rachel had a colleague who was always playful, but one day she noticed something. Every joke was aimed at her. If she spoke in a meeting, he'd smirk and say, "Whoa, someone's confident today." If she suggested an idea, he'd say, "That's interesting." Little by little, he chipped away at her credibility. How to handle it? Recognize the pattern. Once is an accident. A pattern is strategy. Call it out privately. Many betrayers back off when confronted. Strengthen your position. Don't let their words shape how others see you. Sign 6. Your gut tells you something is wrong. Your intuition is your most powerful weapon. You might not have proof, but you can feel it. Their energy feels off. Their actions don't match their words. You feel uncomfortable around them. Example: James was working on a business deal with someone who said all the right things, but something felt off. His partner was enthusiastic in private, but vague in public. He said, "I've got your back," but never followed through. James listened to his gut and distanced himself. Weeks later, he found out this partner was making secret deals behind his back. the gut feeling. It was never wrong. How to handle it. If something feels off, investigate. Don't let people gaslight you into doubting yourself. Trust patterns, not excuses. Final words. Betrayal is never sudden. It builds quietly. The clues are always there. You just have to notice them. The moment you stop ignoring the signs, you take your power back. If you found this video valuable, hit like and subscribe. Drop a thank God in the comments if this message helped you. Stay sharp, stay wise, and never ignore the warning signs.